Hi, everyone. Welcome to another show of Mental Wellness Check-In with
Chrisa
and Navah.
And before we came on today, I was just having the best time with you guys. We always have such a great time here, and we want to give a shout out to our technical person, Steve, for always being there for us. So we're really glad everyone's with us
From
today.
Yes, absolutely. I don't like this heat. I got to tell you, my head is a little extra scrambled today. I'm warning you all now.
Yeah, it's going to be that way this week, but we also enjoy it very much. And
Yes.
You're lucky enough to get to dive into the pool.
Oh yeah.
For your mental well-being.
Absolutely. It's been my lifesaver. And on days like today, the valley just gets oppressively hot, and we shouldn't complain because in the beginning of all of our quarantine, it was raining every day.
Yes.
And, so I would always take the heat over the rain, but it's hot. It's hot.
It's hot, and yet we're still going to persist. I'm going to try to do a bike ride tomorrow morning very early.
Gosh.
And try to get my exercise in before we get to 90 or 95.
I think tomorrow's going to be hotter. Is it?
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I got an extra sunscreen and some
hat,
shady
and your mask.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about the mask is if you're doing like cardiovascular, it's very difficult. I tried doing that, and I actually felt like I was going to pass out.
I've gotten it down to a little bit of a science with the mask. I do want to be safe. I'm outside. I'm around people that are running and biking, and I really want to take care of myself. So I do wear the mask. But we want to do exercise. It's for our mental well-being, and it's important to do things that make you feel really good and
absolutely
stay sane. And
I think that's why I'm going to stay to the pool.
That's right.
Because then I don't have to wear
I'm going to have to come visit you.
Yeah, you definitely can visit me. I think they actually said that pools were okay.
Yeah. I heard the story. Yeah. As long as you're not chatting and hanging out with like 100 people.
Or obviously if you're going to a community pool, that would be crazy.
Would be very dangerous. But definitely do the things that continue to make you feel good, that keep you sane, provide you with good exercise, and get those happy chemicals going with the serotonin and the dopamine. And it's very important to keep going. We're still in a little bit of this lockdown, although we're getting some freer movement. People are starting to move about a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely.
So today's show is focusing on the grads. And also, not necessarily just the grads, but we are doing a big chunk of it, but disappointment, sort of this grief and loss that we've all experienced in our life, missing out on some of the fun things that we used to do, parts of our lives that we're not able to do right now, but mostly parents that might be disappointed that they don't get to see their kid walk at graduation. Yeah. Kids that didn't get a chance to maybe go to prom or do some senior activities, not be able to go to graduation, or
it wasn't even the graduation ceremony itself. It's the last few months. I mean, this is the senior years, the funnest, the thing that they most look forward to is this experience. And a lot of our volunteers for Camp Ed as well, they are just devastated, and
you can't go to camp.
Yeah.
Or that,
but also that they don't have the experience of hanging out with the seniors. And, I had a very unusual childhood. I didn't go to conventional high school, but that period that you study for so long that you're going to really get to kind of like take a break and really have these last few months of senior year where it's all about friendships and getting together and really having physical get-togethers that they aren't able to do.
And it's really so important for our special needs community, that building that social connection in real time, in face-to-face, which we obviously can't do very, very much other than within our families, perhaps, or siblings. But I know there's such a need to have more of the social interaction. Parents have asked for it. We're going to, work really hard to provide a summer camp in some form, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really want to announce what Camp Ed is going to be about, because I still hold out hope that there might be a chance that we could have a physical camp. We're coming up with some really good ideas with our camp director, Judy Langdon, where we would really be able to have fun and have something unusual, not just a regular virtual camp experience. And more info to follow on that, because you never know what tomorrow is going to bring. And
the news is changing so fast.
We can hope that in a month from now, things might be different, God willing. But we have to prepare that it's going to be what it is today. And I think that's part of the bigger picture of what we're talking about today, is that we don't really know what's going to happen. And our graduates, are getting the brunt of that now in May and June. In a little bit, I think we have Max, our one of our center regulars, camp ed regular, Max Tubar. He is going to speak to us. And Max has been through a real just
gamut roller coaster.
Thank you. Because, he just started really, I'm going to let Max talk. I'm not going to speak for him. Max, do you want to chime in and give us your personal experience on what has happened in the last few months, since kind of your whole life has changed?
Yeah.
Can you hear us? Is there a way to get more light on your face? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Describing
Can our audience hear him, Matt?
Experience.
Mr. Technical Guy?
Can you hear us, Max?
Yes, he can hear you.
Okay. Go ahead, Max. I think people can hear you better than we can hear you, but.
So, Max, basically, there's been a lot going on for you since the lockdown in March. And I know that you're a senior and that you were hoping to graduate this year and have lots of fun senior activities. You want to tell us about it?
I had attended senior activities, and I was looking forward to a huge graduation where it'd be in person, and no one expected the sickness to come. So there's been Zoom meetings that I've been doing during this, and I recently went to pick up my sign that said Taft Seniors 2020 on it, and appointed with virtual graduation, but I heard of a drive-by graduation, which sounds better, even though I'm still doing virtual graduation.
Are they? So they're going to allow you to do the drive-by graduation?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. That's new.
Yeah, I heard about that, where you can have your family be in the car with you. And I saw something over here in Reseda on my way into the office today. I don't know what school's over there, but it looked like there's traffic cops and a long line of cars.
They're doing a drive-through.
And they're probably doing a drive-through. And that's one way your family can experience your graduation. Are they going to let you get out of the car?
I probably not.
I'm not sure exactly. I have to wear a mask.
He has to wear a mask.
Oh.
I might have to.
Yeah, you have to interpret. I can't hear.
We can barely hear Max.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, okay. Max?
Yeah.
Talk right into your microphone, because we're really having a difficulty time hearing you.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, that's better. So you were saying to us that you're going to do a drive-by, your school is going to do a drive-by graduation. But how has it been, Max? I know that we used to see you all the time. And how has it been just being home and having to change your life in the last few months?
Well, I wish the virus was over, and I want to hang out with everyone in stage 4, because I heard that stage 4 is when it goes back to normal.
I hope so. He's saying stage 4, hopefully, is when he goes back to normal. And he misses all his friends. Obviously, this is his senior year. He's in the band. He's a very social guy.
I want to know, like, have you gotten some support? I mean, we're really grateful that you're on the show today and you're offering support for other people that might feel the same way as you. What do you do with your disappointment? Do you journal? Do you talk about it? What works for you?
Well, I've talked about it over the phone.
He said he's talked about it over the phone.
Okay. So you're getting some support. I mean, I'm sure you and your friends feel the same way. You've missed out. It's not what you've imagined. You've worked so hard this year. And I know that, I mean, it's a trauma similar to what we've all gone through, a little bit of a trauma here. Loss of so many things in our life. And the disappointment, really the way to work with that is to get your voice heard, to talk about your grief and your sadness perhaps, and get some support surrounding that. So I'm sorry that, that's happened, because it's usually such a momentous occasion. Wonderful. That really gets, a nice culmination, or whatever it's called, is a payoff that you worked so hard. And then not only that, but, some of the seniors that missed prom, some of the seniors that didn't get to take senior trips, if that's an option, or just, spending the summer at the beach with your friends is also something that people, used to be able to do in California.
Well, what we were talking about before is that we have to be able to
be flexible,
defer our celebrations.
Yeah.
So like Max and his family, we had this wonderful 18th birthday celebration here at the center, and we had it like a KISS themed celebration.
Yeah.
And we have to be able to do that. We have to be able to say, okay, Max, you're going to get your celebration. Maybe it's not going to be in June, but we are going to do this. And, that's really all you can do. I know that Eddie just assumed that he was going to have his birthday at Chuck E. Cheese's, and I have to explain to him why he can't have his birthday at Chuck E. Cheese's. So it's disappointment for everyone. It's much more pronounced for the seniors, and all we can do at this point is say to them, I promise we're going to have a celebration. I promise that things are going to change. And unfortunately, they're getting kind of the short end of the stick.
And I still think it's very important to do something tangible. Like if your school does a cap and gown, it's still important to put that on. On Instagram or some of the social media platforms, we see people still going through the motions of getting dressed, turning their tassel.
Max did have a Zoom. I saw the other day that his mom had posted that they did have a Zoom kind of celebration with his family, an extended family. But
yeah. So we're having to be a little bit more flexible and shift things. We're all shifting. We're all being really creative. What can we do to make life still happen in a really fabulous way, and so that we could still thrive?
Definitely. Well, Maxie, we're definitely going to have a party at the center to celebrate our seniors. We don't know when that's going to be, but
as soon as we're able,
yes,
we'll do
and we're going to have to bring you back on, because the sound, people are telling us the sound is not great. So we're going to bring you back on for another show during the summer, and we're going to see you very soon, Max. I promise.
Okay. Bye, Max. Take care. Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, I'm sorry that we had that technical difficulty with Maxie.
It would have worked. He's got so many great things that he such a fascinating person.
He's an amazing musician too. He's an amazing musician.
And I've known him for almost 10 years now, and he's come so far.
And
is such a grown-up, beautiful young man, and very talented.
And his family is wonderful as well.
Yeah. But not only, is there the idea of graduation, there was the idea of prom, the senior trips, but then also, what does this mean for other people? Like next year, I know that there's younger students that are juniors right now that are going to go into being senior in the fall. They're a little concerned with some of the colleges not having availability for them. Are people going to defer not going to college in the fall and waiting a whole year because they don't want to attend online school? They've waited their whole life for this, and they're like, I don't want to sit at home and have college in my house.
But I think that's universal. I mean, that's across the board for
So many things.
Parents of school age children, for especially for, in our house, we have 3 kids who go to 3 different schools, and it's really, everything's still up in the air. We don't know if they're going to go back in person or virtually. It's looking like it's going to be virtual. So I think really the topic of this show is about having to be flexible, having to just kind of go with the flow and not drive yourself crazy, because in these times it's so easy to really overthink and dwell and go into the spin of what ifs, and we can't do that. And especially for our kids who kind of we model our behavior. Really, they pick up on the vibe, and when we start spinning and overthinking and worrying about the future, because right now you really can't. All you can do is keep yourself safe and do the best that you can do, and you can't know what tomorrow is going to bring.
For sure. But one of the tools there that can help us out is to really talk about it and process your feelings, process your emotions. If you're, especially with our special needs community, if you get stuck on something, talk about it, but try to work it out. If there's a way to journal, if there's a way to do a creative art project that's going to help you out, something to express so you can let go, right? It's when we hold on to things that we really get stuck, and it gets us in our angry place. We might not understand why we're feeling angry, and we might be edgy or moody. We have no patience, but then we really need to stop and say, what's really happening here? What am I really stuck with? What am I thinking about? But try to use your tools and techniques and be creative. If you want to do, we have art projects here. We have art classes here, and maybe we'll do in the future.
And Judy's music programs are
for expressing yourself.
Incredible. And Liz, Coach Liz, you have some extra adrenaline going.
There you go.
Coach Liz on Wednesdays. It's not on Wednesdays. Coach Liz on Thursdays. And Aviva is going to do a fun thing tomorrow with Animal Crossing. But you know what, Chrisa, there is one thing that people can look forward to.
What was that?
And I wanted to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
This Memorial Day, or past Memorial Day, we debuted our virtual walk. And so we all have something we can really get behind and look forward to and create a team. We can it's a community building kind of thing. But I'm really excited about it. And it debuted on Memorial Day, and we're going to have a beautiful virtual walk on 4th of July.
Very
so
nice.
you have a little over a month, I guess.
Yeah,
a month
to get your
team together, to
sponsored,
fundraise,
get people to sponsor you.
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to show you a little bit about the walk, and then we're going to talk about it a little more.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Matt Asner.
And I'm Navah Paskowitz Asner.
And we're the founders of the Ed Asner Family Center. And this is your opportunity to get out there and walk, because we're having a walk.
So get together with your grandmother and your relatives and join a team or found a team, and, help us to continue supporting the special needs community.
Thank you very much. We'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Isabella Hoffman.
I'm Atticus Baldwin, and we're walking for the Ed Asner Family Center.
Yes, we are.
We are walking for the Ed Asner Family Center.
We're walking for the Ed Asner Family Center.
Hi. Oh, hi. We're walking for the Ed Asner Family Center. On with it. Let's go. Come on.
Hi, I'm Ed Asner, and I want to thank you for walking for the Ed Asner Family Center.
There we are.
Right.
So,
Unity walk.
2-minute
Unity walk.
little
Are you going to
commercial?
join the Brady Bunch of Autism? Or are you going to
I'll have to do
form
my
your
own
own team?
I'll do my own Chrisa Sunshine team.
Definitely, Chris's Sunshine.
Got to
team.
raise money for
Yeah,
a
and
very important cause.
The most important thing is this, stuff like this, we have to look outside of the box, and it helps us to continue the free online content.
For sure.
But it's community building, and nobody really can talk better about this than the
president of our organization.
Prez, do you want to talk a little more about the Unity
Co-founder,
Walk?
Matt
Yes.
Asner.
My
I'm sure
assistant.
Sure, I can do that.
Okay.
I'm sure I can do. I'm going to wait till I get the camera. There I am.
There he is.
So yeah,
Sort
I
of
can talk
floats
about
in.
that. What do you want to know, Navah?
Well, so why don't you break it
This
down
is-
a little
okay.
bit about what actually happens, what each person has to do?
So basically, this is like any walk. You create a team and you walk with your family and your friends. Although this time it's a virtual walk because we're all kind of social distancing. And you raise funds for this worthy organization that we have, so we can do things like this and like our yoga class and our music class and our art classes and our support groups. I mean, we need to keep raising funds for us to do that because we don't charge for this. It's all kind of free, and that's why we're doing it. We also have telehealth that we do at a reduced cost on a sliding scale. So this all helps us sustain ourselves and keep going. So the walk will enable us to do that. So in order to do that, you can go to our Facebook page or Instagram, and there'll be a link there. You can start your team or join our team or do whatever you want. Raise funds as an individual. And then on July 4th, go out and walk with your family and friends and have a great time. And that's all it is. It's just a really kind of a feeling of community and an expression of community and in support of the center. And that's what it is.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
You're
that.
very welcome.
Thank you for that clarity, Mr. Asner.
Is that clear?
Yes,
Was that
yes.
clear? Okay, good.
I'm glad you said that. But the most important thing is it's something we can do together other than like the 10 pictures a day or 10 records a day thing. It's something that we can all do as a community. We can all, you know what I mean? That was so. It felt like a job.
Going around.
I felt like I
Facebook
had a
10.
job. I had like 3 of them going at the same
God,
time.
I got nominated by
Felt like
both
a
of you.
friggin' job.
Hey, I
Shannon's,
enjoy that.
Shannon's was funny. She had some posts that were really, really
I
hysterical
like the
about
music
it.
ones, the albums, like
Yeah.
Show Us 10.
He had like 50
Adorable.
albums though that he
Yeah.
was cheating. But I really think that
it gives us something else to do.
it does,
and
but
we
it's
need as
fun.
much-
It's
yeah.
fun, and you build your team, and there's a sense of camaraderie and your family. I can have people join the Brady Bunch of Autism who aren't even in California.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about it, and I hope everyone will get behind
One of the
it.
things is that because of one of the beautiful things that's come out of the pandemic is that we have really grown in a global way. We've also grown nationally at the center, and
Yeah.
we can really work, and we could see people all over the world. And so that's what's really lovely is before usually, a virtual walk can take place with anybody globally. Our online content can reach out to other people. Somebody back east can, if they're up late early enough, time change or whatever, they could be doing yoga, with us and late at night or whatever.
Absolutely. We had people
So-
from different countries who were doing some of our
Nice.
online programs. But again, this is something that you can do with your entire family, your extended family. And it really makes a difference to our programming. It really makes a difference. We were going back to telehealth because this is mental wellness with Chrisa and Navah. And Chrisa fields the parents and really her ability to be able to say, I'm not turning a family away is directly related to your helping us with this fundraising.
Financially, yes.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we can only see people in California because
Yes.
that's what the license states.
Oh,
that
okay. I'm sorry about that.
all of
People
the
in-
the only people that we can treat are residents of California.
However, our enrichments
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yes.
can be had by anyone,
Yes.
and that's international.
Correct.
So anyone, anywhere in the world can take part in our enrichments.
For sure. And that's healing in itself, because you feel like you're a part of something bigger, a sense of community, not feeling alone or alienated. You have, that's what's really important too, is that you feel like if you're feeling a little alone or you're feeling isolated, there's other people out there. I know it's just, online content again, but it helps, wakes up your brain, makes you see things from a different perspective. And that's what's really healthy and important too. We don't want to get stuck, and we want to wake ourselves up occasionally. That's what, mindfulness is as well, is to recenter yourself and to get centered and grounded.
Redirect.
It's
redirecting.
Yep.
Well, and I think this has really been a difficult time for a lot of people, and it's having this walk is kind of a way to kind of make an expression of community. They can make an expression of community, and create something that we can all do together and support something really cool, which is the center, and that's what it's all about.
Yep.
And supporting your unique special needs family. This again, and I've said this 100 times. The center is for all special needs communities. It's not just for the autism community. And we want to be able to get out and have you be a part of our community. And this is one way of really getting to your specific community that you feel. I know a lot of our other communities, because Matt and I both come from the autism community, feel like they're not as represented. And so this is really a really great way of getting your special family out into the limelight and saying, look, we're a part of this community and we want to be recognized. And the walk, it's a unity walk. So it's uniting all of us as special needs families. I just wanted to read one last question before we wrap up. And
we have a special ending.
We do have a special ending. And so Gary says, what do you say to the parents who are grieving that this may be their one child graduating and they don't get to have that experience?
This is a great question.
They're unable to do it later. There's really nothing, as harsh as it sounds, there's nothing that could prepare you as a parent. When Aviva graduated, it was the best day of my life. And part of that emotion and part of that experience was watching her walk down the aisle in this big crowded room. And I heard like music in my head. I just was hysterically crying, and it was a very emotional thing. And to not have that experience, to say heartbreaking is putting it mildly.
Well, because also when you're supporting your child all those years, you're invested in their well-being as a parent.
Absolutely.
And it's your sort of graduation as well. It's your accomplishment.
Especially if you have children who are academically struggling. Aviva had a lot of learning challenges, and having her graduate such an academic school in such a high regard, for me, personally, was like such a reward of all of our years. Yeah. I think what I would say to the parents is there's no reason why you can't have your ceremony. You would just do it in your backyard, have your symbolic family.
Yeah.
And I would even add to that. I would say that this has never happened before.
Absolutely.
This is something that's never happened. It's like akin to like a more serious version of being born on leap year. It's like you're a part of something that is history. And it's something that is big, and it's something that unfortunately eclipses the celebratory aspect of a graduation.
Yeah.
However, in a year or two or 3 or 4, they will have a story that will last their entire lives. They will never. They will be probably the only graduating class that had no graduation because of this weird situation we're in. So that's something.
That's a wonderful reframe.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to do in many situations. You want to look at it from a different perspective and see the positive, whatever their positives are.
Isabella Marks Mosca says, make your own unique ceremony which celebrates their achievements. Yeah. We are creating a walk in our neighborhood for my son.
Oh.
So that's it. Celebrate together,
but also acknowledge and allow the parents and the kids to grieve.
Mhm.
You know,
Absolutely, because that you don't want to deny the feelings and
right.
emotions.
I mean, they have every right to be really heartbroken about this.
Mhm.
And it's something that we can't rectify. It's just Corona birthdays. You know, all of these are disappointments that we're all going through together. And,
But-
you know, you see all of these incredible, you know, graduation
ceremonies.
Yeah. And
But one of the things is that all the feelings don't happen in specific isolation. They could be a wave of, I'm so sad I didn't get to have a regular graduation. And then there can be a shift to the positive. But you know what? This is a unique anomaly. We're in a pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, maybe years from now, I'll say, hey, I graduated during a pandemic. Or,
Well, that's the thing.
You know?
Maybe next year,
yeah,
when we can get together and be in a large group, hopefully, we can have that ceremony. We can have that ceremony where people, if they're available, can walk down the aisle and.
yeah.
I
and
definitely
get
think
their-
we need to make
get their-
we need to make up for these losses in some way.
In some
or
way,
form.
just like us, we walk around this beautiful center here in Reseda. It's a gorgeous place. It is so much fun. It was so vibrant and alive when we had, you know, our
Regular
clients come
running.
here.
Mhm.
It was such a beautiful community to be. It is a beautiful community to be a part of. And it's shifted. And so
Yeah.
we even grieve. We walk around and we're like,
Oh,
we need the
missed you,
people.
Center. Yeah.
We love the center. We you know,
Mhm.
we love the energy here. And we even are grieving that, you know, these walls should be filled with people and celebrations, and we will get there again.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So our ending here.
Okay. Well, we have a little special end,
Quick.
and then we'll see everyone next week with
Yeah.
a new.
Congratulations to everyone who's graduating this week. And
We love you guys, and we're so proud of you. And we're really a big shout out to all our Del Toledo volunteers
Yep.
who are graduating.
okay.
We love you guys.
Definitely.
We'll see you next week.
Thanks for tuning in.